Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. Today we're going to be talking about Demon Slayer Season 3, Episode 3, and yeah, we are already getting into it, only 3 episodes deep. So we start off where we ended, Tanjiro fighting the sword robot, if you will, android, them getting the sword, Tanjiro, being like, no, I can't have the sword, he's like, yeah, sure, you can have the sword. And then they find out that it's super rusty, and he was like, well, yeah, of course, it's going to be rusty, because it's been like 300 years, nobody's done anything with this sword. We then start off here with the swordsmith that we were looking for. He was like, I've heard your story, leave it to me, and he got super muscular. He's been training. And he's trying to take the sword from Tanjiro and the kid, and he was like, listen, boys, tickle him on the sides. He was like, yeah, he has very bad social skills. He's been training to try to make a sword for Tanjiro that won't break. And he's very bad at social skills. He doesn't have a lot of clientele either. Like, at this point, like, Tanjiro is the only person he's making swords for. And then basically he was like explaining that I'll take it with me because I can do this super secret polishing technique that takes 3 days. Will restore the sword, and then Tanjiro can have the sword. In the meantime, take this sword. Then we have Tanjiro talking with Genya, and he's very angry. He's like, you broke my arm. He's like, well, yeah, you deserve that. You hit a woman, which I thought was kind of funny. Or you hit up a little kid at the same time. And then I think Genya is a demon, and the reason I'm saying this is because all signs are pointing to it, being that he was able to regrow his tooth, he is not hungry, and I don't think we have once seen him during the day, so it makes sense that he would be a demon, because they said, oh, he's never eating, he lost a tooth, but it's clearly he seemed to be able to regrow it, and these are all demon qualities, so it would not surprise me if he was himself a demon. And, he basically even says, sorry, brother, I had to do this thing at one point. Meanwhile, Tanjiro is braiding Nezuko's hair, like the Love Hashira. Adorable. Very, very cute. And then we have the upper rank 5 vase. He eats somebody, spits him out, and it was like, yeah, this is gross. So upper rank 5 has managed to get into the swordsmith village. And same with upper rank 4. They've actually went together. Meanwhile, this is where Genya goes and gets his sword and his weapon. Meanwhile, the Mist Hashira wakes up Tanjiro. He was talking about, where's his swordsmith? And he was like, let's go together. And then we get into a conversation where he was like, say that again. And Tanjiro ends up saying, basically, if you help somebody out now, they may help you out later. So you might as well help them out. And that's exactly what his thoughts were. And this resonates with him very well. It actually kind of gets ingrained into his mind. It says Nezuko is kind of odd. They look at each other. It's kind of cute. And then the fourth upper rank is like looks weak and pitiful and sad. And it seems like he got defeated extremely easily. The Mist Hashira cuts off his head in like 2 seconds. However, he then splits into 2 extremely powerful demons. So this is going to be like Daki, the sixth, this upper rank 6, where you have to cut their heads off at the same time, or so we think. Being that we then get into a massive battle, Mist Hashira gets blown away. This dude has like the power of thunder. They each one has their own special abilities. Then Genya shows up with this shotgun-looking thing, blows the head off of both of them, cuts the head off the others, and then they divide into 2 more. So I don't think there's going to be any more than 4 of these. That's my guess, is the reason that, the upper rank 4 initially looks so pitiful and weak is because they were all fused together. It was kind of like a multiple personality thing going inside of them. and now that they're split, they have access to their full powers. So he actually has to get his head cut off in order to split and grow, and then it happened again. And there are 4 of them, which one is like a bird with like supersonic hearing that messes up Tanjiro's hearing because it's so high-pitched and so powerful. And then we have the Mist Hashira kind of running back, basically contemplating letting this young swordsmith in training die because he doesn't see value in him, but then he kind of remembers what Tanjiro said, and because we see the vase on top of here, I don't really like this animation here because it's like a combination of 2D and 3D. I've never been a huge fan of that, kind of like a CGI style. Turned into this giant fish. But he goes and saves the kid, remembering what Tanjiro said, saves him basically, if you help someone out now, it'll come around later. And then that's kind of where we end. So this is going to be interesting because we have Nezuko and Tanjiro going against the upper rank 4 demon, and kind of Genya, but I think Genya gets impaled at some point. Let me see here if I can find that. Let's see if we can find it. I know at one point Genya gets impaled by the demon. Sorry if I can't find it in here. But essentially, it's Genya, Tanjiro, and Nezuko, all versus 4 upper rank 4 demons. Yeah, there you go. Right there, upper rank 4. They all have different colored eyes, but they all are technically upper. And the upper rank 4 are the combination of them. And then I don't think it's going to matter because, as I said, I'm assuming at this point Genya is a demon. One of maybe a demon reached out to him to make him into a demon. He did it to become more powerful, and he thought that he could control it in order to defeat upper ranks. That's my guess. He kind of did it for the sake of that. So the rest of the season, which is only 8 more episodes, because we're only getting 11 episodes this season. And as I said, there was no Inosuke, no Zenitsu, minus the first episode. You're not going to see him. If you expect him to show up, it's not going to happen. And that's basically what's going to happen, is we're going to fight the demons. There's going to be a giant epic battle. We also learn about the swordsmith here, where if you dangle wind chimes, he likes the wind chimes and it calms him down. But there was already 2 more nights, so Tanjiro is not going to have Yorishi's sword. So he's not going to have this. That's whose sword I'm guessing it is Yorishi's sword, because this the process takes 3 days and 3 nights, is what they said, and it's only been like 1 day since the swordsmith got the sword back. So through this battle, he's going to be using the sword that he was lent. So I think Tanjiro's sword is probably going to break again soon. I don't. Tanjiro had a really, really hard time against the upper rank 6, and, it was, at that point, it was 2 against 4. Now we have 5, technically. Yeah, we'll go with 5 against 3. Possibly the Love Hashira will show up. I'm hoping she does, because we know she was in the area, at the very least. But you're talking, one Hashira, who I think Tengen is probably stronger than him. I don't know for sure, but being Tengen is older than him, but then again, the Mist Hashira is actually younger than Tanjiro, so who knows how strong he is. We're gonna have to wait and see if he can just take out one of these upper ranks fairly easily. They got blasted away by the 4th one, but now he's gonna be fighting the 5th one essentially alone, and then maybe the Love Hashira will show up and either help. She'll help one of the groups out. I don't know how many other, demon slayers are going to show up, because Genya, if he's not a demon and I'm wrong, he's going to be done. He's going to be out for the count. He just got impaled by a spear. Tanjiro is not going to be able to defeat an upper rank by himself at his current state, being that he's still kind of weakened. He's not fully healed from his last battle. I mean, poor dude, he was unconscious for like 2 months. You're talking 3 months down the road, and now he's got to fight 2 upper ranks. So, the goal, obviously, by the upper ranks is, kill everybody in the village, so they can't make swords anymore, so there's nothing more they can do about it. And ultimately, what the Mist Hashira's goal is to protect the chief, because the chief is the one that knows every single forging technique. They can pass that technique down to other people. So as long as they have the best swordsmith kept alive, then it's to him anyway. It's really not that big a deal. Obviously, you want to save as many people as you can, because if there's only one swordsmith making swords and all the swords get broken, it's going to be one heck of a disappointment for the Demon Slayer Corps, because they would just all get wiped out because they wouldn't have anything to fight them with. But it is kind of cool that we see this gun thing now that can essentially just shoot the heads off of demons, kind of long range. I'm wondering if other Demon Slayers are going to be able to get that weapon as well, because that would be very, very cool. Kind of like a double-barrel shotgun type situation. Even though in this case it made it worse because it divided the 2 into 4. But my guess is there's no more division for the 4th upper rank. You're going to have to chop 4 heads off at the same time as opposed to 2. As for the 5th upper rank, I hope not all the upper ranks don't all have the same deal where they can all divide or some nonsense, because that would be kind of lame. If that is the case, because essentially it's like the 4th upper rank and Daki kind of have the same exact ability. You have to kill them all at the same time, but obviously it's going to be twice as hard because there's 4 of them as opposed to 2. But I guess we'll see in the upcoming episodes. I am definitely looking forward to the rest of the season. This, the first couple episodes are just kind of easing you into it, and now it's like, bam, here's the main fight immediately. And they kind of did that with the last season too, to a certain extent. We only got like 11 episodes, I believe. And the first 4 was kind of a recap of the movie to a certain extent. So I mean, there you have it. But 9 out of 10 overall. That's where we're going with this one. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and comment down below what you want to see for future anime and cartoon related content. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you again for watching, and as always, have a good one.